So Wolves have a terrible August in the Premier League once again, and there are, at time of recording, just over 30 hours till the window closes. But today, I'm going to give another update on Jorgen Strand Larson, but it's a positive one. We've got links to midfielders, which is a big target before the window closes. Arokodare lands in England, so it looks like he's coming. I thought he might turn the plane around after seeing the result against Everton, but he hasn't. Talk about Fabio a little bit, talk about an old foe we went in for. We went back in and apparently there's a rejection. So, let's start. Do you know what? Let's start with Josh Brownhill. So we are linked with free agent Josh Brownhill, and fair play to you lot in the comments. I've seen a lot of people mention his name and saying we should get him to tick the homegrown quota. He's a free agent. Obviously, he played for Burnley, was his last club, over 100 odd appearances for them. He was in the Manchester United youth setup as a kid. He's 29 years old and a very hard-working box-to-box midfielder. And of course, being a free agent, you can see why Wolves would want to get him in to compete in the midfield department. Al-Shabaab also have offered him a massive package to go over there, and it's now down to him to see who he picks and if he will join Wolves to tick that homegrown quota for us. Another option, I reported on Nicholas Raskin from Rangers ages ago, earlier on in this window. Apparently he's also an option, but Crystal Palace want him too. The Rangers midfielder's got a few options as well. So it'd be interesting to see which midfielder we do actually get in, because we'll get onto it in a minute, but that is a priority position that Vitor Pereira wants to fill. So, Tolu Arokodare for Fabrizio Romano has posted a picture on his social media of him with his agent and all his crew on the private plane landing in lovely Birmingham on his way to Wolverhampton. Deal is done. He will be a Wolverhampton Wanderers striker from Genk. And like I said, I thought he would get the pilot to turn the plane around when he saw the Everton result, but he hasn't. He's going to play. And let's hope he can be the difference in keeping us up. And hopefully, as I've said a few times, he's partnering Jorgen Strand Larson. Now, Vitor Pereira did say, which I'll play the clip in a minute, that he is staying. But first, a Wolves fan, bumped into Jorgen Strand Larson on the train after the Everton defeat. He got off at Milton Keynes and he said to the fan, "I'm not leaving, I'm just injured." So, of course, Vitor Pereira has asked this question about Jorgen Strand Larson. Will he be a Wolves player come the deadline?
Of course. But, you know, Jorgen, as I told before, he got a kick in the Achilles tendon in the game against Bournemouth. He tries to help us in the last game, but the level of the inflammation increased. It means that he did MRI, and he has something there, not serious, but with a big risk if he plays today.
There we go. Of course he's staying according to Vitor, just an Achilles injury that he was suffering, why he missed out in the Everton game. But it is said Newcastle are still pursuing him, but you've got to think now he will be staying, whether he's happy with it or not. Vitor also spoke about if he thinks Fosun are backing him.
No. They are trying to help the team. I hope until the end of the market they try to. I hope that they can add at least 2 players to help us, because we need more solutions, especially in attack.
Yeah, so there we go. I don't know, man. It's an interesting time, isn't it? He was also saying that he needs to give the players that have come in time to adapt. This is what he said.
You know, we brought players from different leagues, and when you know, the Premier League is a different league. It's a different league. You know, the time that you have to decide, the physicality in the duels, the intensity of the game. If you bring a player from other leagues, from other countries, is normal that they suffer a bit, they struggle a bit in this I don't know the time that they need, but 2 months, maybe 2 months to adapt, to understand that. Understand, and we are dealing with this. We are dealing with this because we have quality, but it's like quality in another pace.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, isn't it? This is why we needed the players in early pre-season, because now we're going to spend the first 8 games of this Premier League season adapting all these new signings, and it might catch us out. A lot of fans think this is the year we go down. I tend to agree. I got absolute pelters for saying that after the Bournemouth game, but just off the evidence we've got, it's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good, especially now Sunderland have 2 wins as well. So, yeah, just a bit of more transfer news before I love and leave you. Wolves had a €30 million offer rejected for Abline. Now, if you remember, Abline actually snubbed Wolves' interest when we last were interested in because he wanted to move to Paris FC. That hasn't happened, so Wolves went back in again, and I think they won a lot more than €30 million. So I doubt this deal will happen. But it's interesting we went back in for a player that clearly didn't want to come to us. I don't get that one, if it is true, of course. And last but not least, I did mention Fabio Silva was joining Dortmund. It's all official now. He put a statement on his Instagram saying his goodbyes and thanking Wolves. Not once in that statement did he mention the Wolves fans, which is understandable because obviously, yeah, the fans were a bit cruel to him, let's be honest. But, he didn't do too well, did he? But he thanked all the staff at Wolves and thanked us for the opportunity. And we paid him a good load of money for a few years and let him go out on loan, didn't we? So, good luck to Fabio Silva at Dortmund. He looked very happy in the clips. But yeah, another day of drama. It's going to be a hectic 24 to 48 hours in the Wolves world as we go into the international break. And big improvements are needed. They are. And we've got to hope that the players that come in all gel because people are worried. And I get it. And it's a bit like meh. I think people are just resigned to defeats at Molineux now. It's not a fortress anymore, is it? And we need it to be a fortress again if we're going to survive in this division. But let's try and remain positive. All we can do is support the lads once the window closes and hope by some miracle we start stringing some wins together because defensively we look all over the place. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all the Wolves news. Comment your thoughts down below and I'll catch you sooner rather than later maybe because I think there'll be more news popping up as the days go by. Cheers everyone.